Now, I'm going to do a lot of different kinds of experiments, and one of them is typified by this piece of apparatus here. This is what one might call an old faithful. The experiment that I'm going to do with this was first done in 1705. So it's a very old one. It was done by a man called Francis Hawksbee, who quite a lot of people think was the first and one of the great lecture demonstrators. And he did the experiment before the Royal Society. We have a clockwork mechanism that will ring the bell, but we've pumped out all the air from this bell jar, and so when I start it running, you won't be able to hear it. You can see the hammer hitting the bell. It's got a life of its own, this plunger. I've got to hold on to it. But you can see it striking the bell, but because there's no air inside, you can't hear it. Now, I'm going to let the air in. And as we let the air in, now I think you can hear the bell quite clearly. And that's a very nice experiment to demonstrate how air is needed for the transmission of sound. Now, this experiment was done a good deal later, in the middle of the 19th century, by John Tyndall, who in fact followed Michael Faraday as director of this institution. And here we have a picture in Faraday's book of this apparatus. And I think you can see, although the bell jar may be different, the actual clockwork is very much the same as the clockwork that we have in the bell jar there. And I think the fact that the hammer, this hammer here, is so similar to the hammer on that clockwork more or less proves that that is the original.